the rate of unemployment over the last couple of months, and it rests, viewers, at 8%. It's even crossed 8% just about 2 months ago. Right now, we are closing in to an 8%, which is, if you compare it to other developing nations, way, way higher. But I will come back to you. Sanju Verma, you are an economist in your own right. But Rohan Gupta, the fact is, yes, 2 crore jobs was a statement which the Prime Minister had made many moons ago when in 2013, and correct me if I'm wrong, your co-panelist has said that the government has pretty much delivered very close to that very figure that it had promised, and ultimately it's a big country, we've had the pandemic, there are lots and ups and downs, at least jobs are still being given.
So Preeti, first of all, that was not the statement, that was a promise made by Mr. Modi before he became the Prime Minister of the country. Going by that, I think 8 years, that should have been 16 crore jobs. Forget about 16 crore jobs. I think in Corona pandemic, around 2 crore people, they lost the job. Even now, this government is not able to provide them job. You have seen the unemployment rate. BJP spokesperson will never believe in these numbers. Always they quote EPFO data. If the experts are there, EPFO policy is not clear that whether one employee, when he leaves the job and when he joins the new job, whether it is duplicated or how it is collected, it is not clear. And here you have CMI, which publishes the specific data, the state-wise data, month-wise data, week-wise data, which they are not ready to believe. In month of November, the rate of unemployment has increased, which they are not ready to believe. The point here is it is too little, too less, because even 6 months back, central government told that we will provide 10 lakh jobs. In central government, more than 31 lakh vacancies are there in central government. If this government is not able to fulfill those vacancies even in 8 years, what do you expect more from that? I think 10 lakh jobs even in 1.5 years, going by that standard, even that promise will not be over. The point here is, Preeti, unemployment is a huge issue as far as India is concerned. Wherever you go, any state you go, this is a huge problem. This government is not able to support the SMEs or SMEs, which is the core of Indian economy. And that is the biggest reason why there is no new job creation. This government can organize different melas just whenever elections come. But the reality on the ground is unemployment has increased in last 8 years. This government has no policy, no control, because that economic policy, which should have been small industry specific, which is specific only to few big industries, and that is the basic reason on unemployment of this government.
All right. You know, Sanju Verma, I'll take on from what Mr. Rohan Gupta said. I gave you the figures of the rate of unemployment. You say you don't quite trust them. But on the other hand, you do trust in the promise that was made by the Prime Minister in 2013. 2 crore jobs per year is what was promised. The reason why the opposition today calls you a Jumle ki Sarkar.
You know, Preeti, first and foremost, with no offense to you, when I said I don't believe in the CMIE data, CMIE is not a government body. It is a private organization which is owned by Mahesh Vyas. And
Madam, I'll tell you, okay. Madam, the data that you are talking about, A, is not the data that we are quoting, but the data that you are talking about has been quoted by your government on many accounts when it is done well.
Let me come to that, Preeti. Thank you. Thank you for your comment on that. I just have one thing to say, Preeti. I gave out month-wise data of EPFO. Rohan Gupta said EPFO is not clear whether, you know, new additions are being made or it is old employees who first leave and then join back. EPFO data that I have quoted to you are net subscribers. People who for the first time have joined the EPFO were not previously a part of the subscriber base. And I'm willing to have a gun to my head and to be held accountable. I have just told you right now, 1.89 crore is the average new subscribers by way of numbers that are being added every year. 1.89 into 8 years, Mr. Rohan Gupta, means 15.
So let her respond, Mr. Gupta, I'll come to you. Let her finish.
Join the EPFO. 15 crore people. And you know, one more thing. Preeti, let's not forget about what Nirmala Sitharaman said. And you know, the Congress never wants to believe the finance minister, but this is a statement made by her both on the floor of the parliament and outside as well, and I believe her. She has said that the production-linked incentive scheme, the PLI scheme, do you know how much we got by way of investment in the PLI in just the semiconductor sector? She said it was 70,000 crore. another 67,000 crore in the electronics sector. And she said that we are well on our way to not just achieving our target of creating 6 million jobs in the next 5 years via the PLI scheme alone, but actually we might surpass our target. And by the way, Rohan Gupta, do you, admit to this data or not? It's on the Mudra Yojana website. 37 crore entities have got loans to the tune of 19 lakh crore under the Mudra Yojana. These 37 crore entities who got loans today are self-employed. Mudra Yojana is the world's largest self-employment generating scheme. Be it Atmanirbhar Rozgar Yojana, be it the EPFO data, be it the fact that self-help groups, today 8 crore women are under the self-help group program, and they have said, I was watching the show on India Today a couple of months back, they said that 8 crore self-help groups have covered today more than 600 districts, more than 6,000 blocks, more than 2.5 lakh gram panchayats, and rural employment actually is something that is a reality